Good day everyone. For today's topics we have subtraction of similar fraction, subtraction of dissimilar fraction, subtraction of mixed numbers, subtraction of mixed numbers and whole numbers, subtraction of whole numbers from a mixed number, subtraction of fractions from mixed numbers, and lastly subtraction of fraction from a whole number. Okay, so for our first topic, we have subtraction of similar fractions. So as you can see here, they have common denominator. So what we have to do is just subtract the numerators and simplify if needed. So for our first example, we have 3 over 4 minus 2 over 4, which equals 1 over 4. We just subtracted the numerators and got our final answer. Do we need to simplify? The answer is no. For our second example, we have 7 over 10 minus 3 over 10, which equals to 4 over 10. Do we need to simplify here? Yes, we need. 4 over 10 is divisible by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our final answer will be 2 over 5. Now for our second topic, subtraction of dissimilar fractions. We have here for our first example is 5 over 6 minus 3 over 12. Can we start subtracting? The answer is no, because they don't have a common denominator. So what do we have to do? We have to find the least common multiple. So let's start finding the least common multiple. For the denominators 6 and 12. So for our denominator 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24. And for our denominator 12, we have 12, 24, 36, and 48. So you might be asking, why is number 12 circled? Because it's our least common multiple. So we rewrite our fractions with the denominator 12, and then we have to times the numerator on how many times did it take us to find the least common multiple. So for the denominator 6, it took us 2 times. So 6 and 12, so that's 2. So 2 times the numerator 5 equals 10. We have to rewrite it there on the right side. And then for our denominator 12, it only took us once. So it's only 12. So 1 times 3 equals 3. As you can see on the right side. So 10 minus 3 is 7. That's our numerator. And we just copy our denominator 12. And that's our final answer. 7 over 12. So here for our third topic, we have subtraction of mixed numbers. So as you can see for our first example, we have 5, 3 over 4, minus 2, and 1 half. Can we start subtracting? No. Why? Because we don't have a common denominator. So what we need to do is we have to find the least common multiple of the denominators 4 and 2. So for our denominator 4, we have 4, 8, 12, and 16. And for our denominator 2, we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. So as you can see, number 4 is the circled number because that's our least common multiple. So we rewrite it as our new denominator on the right side, as you can see. And then we multiply the numerators on how many times did it take us to find the least common multiple. So for our denominator 4, it only took us 1 time. So 1 times 3 is 3. We just rewrite it there on the right side, as you can see. And therefore our denominator 2, it took us 2 times. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then now we can start to subtract the fractions. 3 over 4 minus 2 over 4 is 1 over 4. And then now we can start subtracting our whole numbers. 5 minus 2 is 3. So as you can see, our final answer down there is 3 and 1/4. And here for our fourth topic, we have subtraction of mixed numbers and whole numbers. So as you can see here for our first example, we have 7 minus 2, 3 over 5. So our first step here is to regroup the whole number and turn it into a mixed fraction. So how do we do that? But before we turn it into a mixed fraction, we should keep in mind that it has to have a common denominator. So let's regroup the whole number 7 where we turn it into 6 and 5 over 5. As you can see there in the arrow that shows down. Why did I choose 5 over 5? As you can see in the 2, 3 over 5, I took 5 because we need to have a common denominator. And 5 over 5 is equivalent to 1. So it's like 6 plus 5 over 5 equals 7. We are not changing the value of the number 7. We just regrouped it and rewrite it so that it could be a mixed number, where we have a whole number and a fraction. And that fractional part equals to one whole. Now again, I chose 6, 5 over 5 because of the denominator that 2 and 3 over 5 has, so that they would have a common denominator. Now that they have a common denominator, we can line them up together and start to subtract. So 6 minus 2, the whole numbers, equals to 4. And the numerators 5 minus 3 equals 2. And we just have to copy the denominator 5. So our final answer will be 4 and 2 over 5. So here for our fifth topic, which is subtraction of a whole number from a mixed number. So for our first example, we have here 15, 6 over 7 minus 8, the whole number. So what we need to do here is very easy. We just have to subtract the whole numbers, 15 and 8, which equals to 7, as you can see the arrow that shows down there. Again, as I said, 8 has no fraction, so it's equivalent to 0 over 7. Why 0 over 7? Because we need to have a common denominator. That's why I chose 7 as the denominator. And that will lead us to our final answer, which is 7, 6 over 7. And here for our sixth topic, we have subtraction of fractions from a mixed number. So as you can see here for our first example, we have 4, 9 over 10 minus 3 over 4. Can we now start subtracting? No. Why? Because we don't have a common denominator. So what we need to do is find the least common multiple of each of the denominators. Let's start with the denominator 10. So we have 10, 20. And for the denominator 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So as you can see, the number 20 is circled because that's our least common multiple. So we just have to write it as our new denominator, which is 20. And now we have to times the numerators on how many times did it take us to find the least common multiple. So for the denominator 10, it took us 2 times. So 2 times 9 is 18. We write it there on the right side. And then for our denominator 4, it took us 5 times. So 5 times 3 equals 15. So now can we start to subtract? The answer is yes. So let's start subtracting our fractions. So 18 minus 15 is 3, which will be our numerator. And we just have to copy the denominator 20. And we just bring down the whole number 4, which will lead us to our final answer, which is 4, 3 over 20. So here for our last and seventh topic, we have subtraction of fraction from a whole number. So as you can see for our first example, we have 6 minus 5 over 8. So what will be our first step is to regroup the whole number 6 and turn it into 5 and 8, 8. You might be asking, why is it 5 and 8, 8? I chose 5 and 8, 8 because of the denominator 8, so that they could have a common denominator, which is 8. Because 5 plus 8, 8, as you can see in the arrow down there, it's equivalent to 6. Now I want you to keep in mind that we didn't change the value of the whole number 6. We just regrouped it and we changed it into a mixed number. So now can we start subtracting? The answer is yes. So all we have to do here is just start subtracting the numerators. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. That will be our numerator. And we copy the denominator 8 and we just move the whole number 5. So our final answer will be 5 and 3 over 8. I hope you liked the video and found it interesting. Please leave a subscribe button and thank you for watching.